Good morning, how you doing today?
Good.
Well, where is it? Morning. So, again, avoiding the inevitable of the insulation. That's what the weather's really conducive for it right now. I thought I'd do a little bit more maintenance. On my report that I got before purchasing the van, he noted that the belts, they got the red warning, and it's cracked. And he's got a little line that says AC. So that leads me to believe, oh, there's a separate AC belt from the serpentine belt. I can see the serpentine belt, and I think I see a secondary belt. My problem is, how do we learn anything these days? We look it up on the internet. And no matter what sort of combination of words I put in to the internet, Chevy van, 4.8 liter Vortec, AC belt, all it comes up with is serpentine belt. So I don't know if that's because most of these vans were not made available with AC. This one's got it for sure. And I think I see a skinnier belt down there. But I don't know how I'm gonna buy a new one if no places actually offer it. So that's what we're starting with today. And in order to get to that, we have to take off the air intake and the coolant reservoir. Let's get cracking. So as far as I know, it's 2 bolts here, 1 bolt there. All 3 of those should just be 10 millimeters. That's like the standard bolt size. You betcha. And then a flathead back here. It's just a little tightening strap on the actual hose for the air intake. There's 2 of them, one down here, one way back here. Bloody van engines. Okay, let's see here. Hard to tell. Okay, so this is the serpentine belt. This is what's connected to like the alternator. I would assume maybe the water pump. But right below it is a skinnier belt. Who put that there? Whoa, what the? Real smart. How the flip? Of course, no diagram. Damn. Okay. Sorry, not that. How in hell? Oh, this is gonna be a long day. How's it gonna come off? It can't come off without the serpentine belt coming off either. That sounds like a future Matt problem. In this video, we're gonna be changing the headlights. Fine. There. I swear. I was just gonna let it be future Matt's problem, but this is my curse. When I set my mind to something in the sense that I want to do this job or that this job needs to get done, and I've made the decision that I'm going to do it, even if I try to act all tough and be like, nah, I'll leave it till another day, I can't do that. It's just going to eat away at me and plague me. It's got to get done. So I was able to figure it out. I was just reading the website. It's wrong, of course. So there is an AC belt, so it's a little smaller. It's just a single loop. And then there's more traditional actual serpentine belt, which is much larger. So serpentine belt has to get installed, well, removed and installed from up here. AC belt has to get removed and installed from underneath. So this is, I feel like this will end up being a very long day. It's just gonna be awkward and frustrating. That's my prediction. Okay, so as exciting as this is, it'll end up being more of a reference for me for the next time I have to do this. So, I got a socket on here, Yoicks. This is the tensioner pulley. You can't see my finger. This is the tensioner pulley. Got the socket on there. It's a 15mm socket. If I just ratchet it like this, it loosens the tension on the belt. That should be what will allow me to get it off. I just need to make a quick note of how this is actually laced on here, because not every engine is made equal. I'm never gonna get that back on there. So much easier if I had like reliable ways of backing up. I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see for this. I may have to just do this. This is the AC belt right here. So the serpentine belt sat on this rib. This guy has got to come off now. It's really just over this big loop. It goes over here. This is the tensioner. Wait. This is the tensioner. I can actually move this to loosen the belt. And then this is the actual air conditioner. And that's where the belt wraps around that. So it's pretty simple. It's just super tight down here. Oh, God. Okay. Jesus. Oh, and there she comes. There's no room to move. All right, now just reverse what I did. That's not ideal. What are you doing up there? Oh my God. Come in. Oh, this is stupid. Yes. I'm just gonna drag you up from underneath the fan. Okay, now the easy part. Hey! Wasn't as long or as hard as I thought it would be. It was still frustrating though, and the time lapse got cut short. I needed to just get in there and do it. Let me see. I'm gonna flip this around actually. Okay, so now most mechanics will be like, duh. But for me, for future reference, and for anybody else that's kind of doing this on their own, the hard part getting the belt back on, right, of course, is you have to relieve the tension here with the socket on here, right? You release that, that loosens the belt up, you can take it off. Then you gotta get it all back on. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. It's better to start bigger pulleys first. So that's actually not the biggest one. There's one further down there. I think that's, I wanna say crankshaft, but I could be wrong. So you start on the crankshaft at the bottom, wrap it around, and then here's where I got stuck. So I knew that I wanted the smaller ones, like the alternator or the tensioner one, which are the smaller wheels that the belt goes around, to be the last one it goes on, because it's just to be easier to get the belt over smaller wheels. So what I got hung up on was I got it all around here, and then I was ratcheting the tensioner over and trying to get the belt over this. Well, number one, as soon as you have the socket here, like if I put this on with the belt, when the belt's off, how the hell are you gonna get the belt over the socket, right? So then you kind of pull the belt so it's here, and then you're fighting with the belt to kind of wiggle this on, and that's just impossible. So put this on first, and then I thought, once I reached that point, I'm like, okay, well then I'll make the alternator the last one I do. So I'll reef over here, release the tension, and I'll be able to loop it up here over the alternator. The problem is, like the alternator, like the rest of the wheels, there's actually a little lip here. So like this belt can't slip off this way. It's actually recessed down, and this metal part is a lip. So it might be obvious, but it wasn't to me, but it is now. Put it on the alternator, put it on the tensioner, loosen the tension, slip it over this guy, because here, the belt doesn't run up top here. The belt runs underneath here, and there's no lip. This is where you want to slide the belt onto. I'm not even gonna know how much money I saved, because I never got a quote for how much this would have cost. Although that took me about an hour, it's probably about $100 in labor. Oh, yikes. See if I can show you why we were doing this.
Let me see. Yeah, so see all these cracks? All those little black lines that make it look like there's just sections on the belt? Yeah, that's not supposed to be happening.
Okay, now that the serpentine belt is actually done, we will do the headlights. I've been putting this off for a while. I actually ordered some LED headlights off Amazon quite a while ago. These have just been sitting here waiting for the right day. This seems like the right day. I just noticed there's not a single cloud in the sky. Those are good days. This one's not so bad, except that it's got a whole bunch of condensation in it. It's actually like blacked out a bit. The van, you probably saw, kind of looks funny. One headlight looks brighter than the other even when they're not on. And this one, oddly enough, no condensation, but huge cracks. Of course, the first one I put on is not long enough. Size does matter, turns out. Just depends on how you're using the tool. Not well. Oh, jeez. These are the ones I'm going to lose. Oh, monkey. Are you kidding me? This one's not going to... What? That's why it's not working. It broke the bit. That's what fell off when I said monkey. This van is destroying all my tools. Ooh. That one's just not letting go. I can't believe that broke the frickin' screwdriver head. Don't mess around with rust, man. That's bright. Now it's dark. And gone. Okay. That, whoa. Frame. Leatherman, Leatherman, Leatherman. Where are you? Don't need a saw, although it would probably work. So they fancy. But we've got this plug on the back, which looks very similar to what's going on over there. So now I see how I have to separate these guys. Ooh, okay, that wasn't too bad. Lots of corrosion on those posts. Oh, yeah. So why aren't those ones on? Is that high beam? So they are on, but they're not staying on. Something wrong in there with the connector. Great. Let's turn the vehicle off before we get electrocuted. Yeah, so this has turned into a bigger job and issue than I thought it was going to be. So I opened up the plug where the headlight plugs into. Those are all the connectors. Not sure how well you can see that, but every single connector is just completely corroded. So now's I got to clean them all up. Okay, so now, I mean, I'm not even learning from my own lessons, right? Like, nothing is ever as easy as it seems it's going to be. At least not with a used vehicle, right? This is going to immobilize this van for hopefully only today. But it could be a few more days because right now, I cannot take this. I cannot stand this. For those that are wondering, I do have the negative terminal on the battery disabled right now. Disconnected, sorry, the battery's disabled. We're gonna get rid of that. And we're just gonna do this. Oh, I've got no headlights. Okay, this was not on the agenda today. Back to pick and pull. Bum ba dum bum, bum ba dum, bum ba dum bum, bum ba dum bum bum, bum ba dum bum, bum ba dum. That's enough. Okay, so totally forgot to bring the tripod. So I'm not going to be doing too much filming in the yard. Just get in there, get what we need, get back to the van. This was actually really poorly planned out. It was yuck yesterday, so now it's all muddy. And I'm wearing my new Chucks. Mistake for me. Oh, I was just pulling back up. This is on my van. It just looks like somebody gave it a black eye. Yeah? Oh, sad. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay. We got a couple choices here. That. And I got extras just in case the freaking passenger one broke as well. Let's get the wire strippers and see what we can do. Here it is. Kind of funny. I didn't think I would have to pull out the old solder set and the wire strippers this early into the build. I mean, I figure when I get to the electrical inside for sure, but oh well, I'm okay with it. Okay, none of those wires are touching. Let's see what happens. Headlight on? Yay, it is. So I don't want to move those around too much. Shoot. It's one little bump. The headlight doesn't work. That's not good. It's really, really bad, actually. I don't really know what else to do except try and cinch this all up. Thanks, Byron. Your emergency stash came in handy. Shrink it up. Quick check on Amazon. That bad boy's in upside down. The low beam's supposed to be on top. When you hit the high beams, the whole thing on the bottom lights up. So I'm gonna quickly switch that one around and then do the passenger, and hopefully that one goes with no problems. Oh my God, it's the day that will never end. It was supposed to be a nice, cool finish of the video, dramatic reveal of the headlights. I mean, it's not really dark enough yet, but do we see a problem? Do we see a problem? Oh my goodness, can nothing go right now? Okay. Yeah, that looks safe. Well, that's a little better. I mean, it looks cool to me. All right, so that was definitely a day that got away on me, but I think it was worth it in the long run. Passenger headlight, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. It is janky. I may have to actually switch that connector. The tiniest little jostle will just switch it right off, so. But anyways, epic day, got a lot done. Surprised, didn't think that much would happen today, but I'm glad we got it done, because those are two things that needed to happen, and they do. And actually, you can't tell. Let me see. Not so much. But it's a nicer light. It's better than halogens for sure, and the van just looks cooler now. And that's kind of what it's all about, just a little bit. But anyways, until the next one, guys, just be happy, be creative, be yourselves, most importantly, just be positive.